What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Powerstroke Tech Talk Podcast. This is number 23 coming at you live. We have DS, Matt, Reelan, and somebody from the future. That's right. Mr. Roger is joining us from Australia, the west side of Australia. So we have a newcomer today. We're thankful for him joining us. He's reached out via the internets, and we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk trucks. He's got a kind of unique power stroke. We're gonna go over that and kind of see what life is down under. And for those of you that are not watching on YouTube and would like to listen on the podcast apps, make sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneIn, and Podbean, trying to satisfy everybody on all those platforms. So without further ado, Roger, tell us about your little sport or your little unique power stroke you got over there.
I love it.
I've got a mini F truck. Yeah, it's a Mazda, which is really a Ford.
What year is it?
It's 2014.
Okay.
And basically the same vehicles still sold now. So Ford brought out the new T6 Ranger in about, I think it was 2011, and that vehicle is still currently sold. The one little difference is you can get it in two engines now. One's the 3.2 5-cylinder, and they have which is mated to the 6R80 6-speed. And then you can also buy a 2-litre twin turbo mated to the new 10-speed,
wow,
which actually has 3 kilowatts more power than the 5-cylinder.
Is that a 2.7 liter?
The new engine in the new Ranger is 2-litre.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Twin,
like a
twin turbo.
2-liter twin turbo with a 10-speed, which was supposed to replace the 3.2 Transit here, which I don't know if Ford scrapped it here in the States because they lost interest or they could get it to meet emissions, but unfortunately no diesel Transit for the foreseeable future, guys. So for techs, we kind of like that. Those things suck to work on, but
But you got something kind of cool. Like I remember the pictures you were. Yeah, you sent me some pictures, and you can kind of briefly describe. You said you had a couple of emission modifications and a snorkel kind of setup, which I thought was kind of cool. I mean, you don't usually see those on the side of trucks over here, you know?
Yeah, so the snorkel is obviously just if you can go through river crossings and that, you don't have to worry about obviously water in the engine. On the emission side, I have a Flash Loop Pro catch can fitted.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. That's the catch can. I thought that's a pretty good idea for that particular.
Oh, there's a good. Does the catch can come out of the valve cover then, or how is it routed on that? Okay.
Yeah.
So it just comes out of the back side of the valve cover and then it just dumps and then goes back into the intake, or does it you just vent it?
I wonder.
No, it's its own little unit, and it has a filter inside, and it also has a hose that drops all the way down to the bottom of the vehicle underneath. So every few thousand kilometers, you just get under the car, open the tap, drain the oil out, and then after about 30 or 40,000 kilometers, you just change the filter.
Nice. All right, so yeah, it doesn't go back into the intake. It just okay. Yeah,
like it does go back in, but you actually drain the oil before it goes back into the intake.
Oh, okay.
I'm loading some pictures he sent me. Let's see.
You might be able to bring them up.
I just wonder how some of the things are. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that sits in that truck. So for people that aren't aware, the current Ranger we have now in the States, which what was that, 2019 it came back? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
2019, it was actually designed and engineered by Ford Australia. And then obviously it got adapted to be a left-hand drive vehicle. So whatever happens with them, we usually get a few years later, because I think Australia recently got the Ranger Raptor. Does that sound right, Roger? Or
Yes, but it's only the 2-liter engine in it.
okay, so that's only got the new diesel. So I don't know if they've announced much. I could easily look, but I think we're just going to keep the 2.3-liter EcoBoost. But I think they might have done some tuning changes or something like that with it. But that's kind of cool how Australia gets the updates, and then we're sitting over here like, are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fun.
But you guys obviously get the F trucks with the big engines, where we don't get any of that unless we convert them ourselves to right-hand drive.
oh,
I hear
yeah,
that's
that is
a, I
kind of
hear that's a
problem.
big business there. But it's, a
And
big,
I sent,
it's
I
big
sent
money.
Aaron, a link to the website where they convert them, and it was an F250 Lariat, and it cost $174,000.
Golly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Golly.
So just to do with the pricing, like my ute, if you bought my ute today in the mid-spec XLT model, they are around $50,000. They're not cheap.
Yeah, it's still expensive.
Well, I have to remember, what's the conversion rate of Australian to US? Because that's how much like an XLT gas Ranger is here now, is like, yeah, 50,000 US, which is absurd. But everything over here is getting ridiculously priced for whatever reason. I don't even think you can get like an entry level diesel 4x4 truck under what, like 50 or 60 now?
All right, let's see here. Okay, Matt, I'm going to share screen. I want
you
this
telling
right
me
here.
this?
I could, oh, just because you were talking.
Whoa.
All right, can you see this?
I can see that you have started.
All right, hold on. Let me redo it.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Oh,
Can you
there
hear
she
anything?
is.
Can you hear anything?
No,
Huh?
Not really.
it's quiet.
Okay. So he's just talking right now. You were telling me you can basically narrate right here because they can't hear you talking right now.
Here,
That's the catch can right there, right?
Yep, that's it there. Yep.
All right. It looks
Yeah,
like
and
they
I
did
think
that.
I was saying that I've got an exhaust gas temperature gauge installed into the exhaust. I fitted a 3-inch exhaust as well.
Nice.
Look at that thing. Isn't
Yeah,
that cool?
And
Got the
the
snorkel.
car's got a.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, there's a snorkel.
Look how big that air filter is.
Why
Look,
does
same
that
math
that
connector.
engine look so small in there?
I don't know. We've never seen it in a pickup before.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's pretty far back too, because I mean the other thing with the Transit is that the engine bay is not very big, like whatsoever,
Okay.
so to speak.
Let me.
Well, no, I was just looking at some of those where some brackets would be, and I'm like, where's that? Oh yeah, it's not going to be there.
Okay, so let me go back here. So check this out. Right here. Okay, you should be able to see this now.
Oh,
Okay, so here's his big old intercooler tube. So his throttle body intake's different than what we're accustomed to. Well, maybe just because it's in a Transit.
right.
I replaced the rubber one with metal.
Ah,
Well, yeah, because like sorry, go ahead.
That hose, that metal pipe there, if it's in rubber, they split like all the time. The Ford dealers carry 3 or 4 spare because they just split all the time. They're notorious.
wow.
And you can't actually see it in the video, but I've got a secondary fuel filter as well. So I run a 30 micron fuel filter that catches the water as well, and that's just before the normal fuel filter.
I think that thing looks kind of cool.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it does.
What about working on it? How's it having that brush guard on it? Is that no big deal?
Well, you don't really work on it much. If it gets serviced, I just take it to my local mechanic, and he pulls the underbody protection off. It's a bit of a pain because it's quite heavy. But yeah, I mean, I only change the oil once a year because I don't drive very far.
Oh wow, look at that big old hitch. Well, I mean not big old hitch, but I mean Boom right
Oh,
there.
And the other,
oh, I want to hear that thing so bad because that's got to
so it's
sound
got a 3-inch exhaust
cool.
with just a small muffler, and that's all it's got. And it's got a ECU tune in it as well.
That's got to sound really good. Nice straight 5.
It actually goes really well. It's got quite a lot of power for the, for that size engine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look these up
Oh, dang.
and just look up like straight pipes 3.
Oh,
I'll
wow.
be damned. That is really cool.
Oh, you got the awning.
Yeah, because my ute's only used for fishing and four-wheel driving. It's not my daily. I have a Ford Focus that I drive daily.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask what do you use
Oh,
the truck for, but
this is what I like. I thought this was a cool setup. How you got this? Got this all set
Oh,
up.
heck yeah.
Isn't that cool?
So you got an inverter back there so you can charge batteries in your drone, and then, all right, got a volt.
Yeah, so underneath the flat platform is a 120 amp hour lithium battery running a 700 watt red arc inverter, pure sine wave. And then I can charge the drone batteries through 240 volts. I can charge 3 drone batteries at once.
Damn.
that's
The
pretty.
drone
That's
I
very
can
interesting.
charge- Sorry, what was that, mate?
The battery choice. You said it's a lithium metal battery. It's not a lead acid
Yeah.
battery.
Yeah, it's a 120 amp hour lithium battery, yes.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that thing you had at your house that you could drive your truck up on, I thought that was pretty nifty.
Oh, yeah, I have my own ramp, so I can, because we go fishing all the time, we have to drive on the beach, which is a little bit salty. And then I put it up on the car ramp when I get home, and then I wash it, and then I can also rust proof it myself and all that stuff.
Oh man, that's awesome.
And yeah, you'll see in the video there, I've put the bigger sump on the transmission.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's a cool upgrade. Oh look, his diff comes out the other way.
Wait, what rear end are they running?
Isn't that weird?
Do they normally use do they just run like a 9-inch? That comes out the front?
I don't know. I'm not a rear end dude. I don't know what the heck that was.
It looked like a 9-inch.
I don't know. It's about to go back to it.
It's
The
got
other mods I've done is I've put a transmission cooler on it and a 50 degree bypass valve in the transmission.
Oh wow.
I'm liking all of this.
Most
And there's
definitely.
140 litre fuel tank fitted, which standard's 80 litres, and all the suspension's been upgraded, and it's a 2-inch lift, and I run 285/70 17 tyres on it.
Have you owned it
That's
since
a-
new?
That's a meaty
I've had
tire.
it since new, yeah.
Oh wow, cool. Did it actually have a pickup body on it and you took it off, or did it come with just a flatbed?
Wait, hold on. You have water on? Man,
Yeah.
you're just impressing me left and right now.
I'm gonna come to Australia,
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
seriously.
It's the ultimate fishing station.
Dude.
People
it's just
think they're
fishing.
wheeling here with their
Oh,
mall
yeah,
crawler
because you're-
Jeeps.
you're
and
You're into
here's
fishing.
Roger with his ute
Yes.
just showing everyone up.
Oh boy.
He's like, I'll show
is
you
pretty
boys how to
sweet.
wheel.
Seriously.
So yeah, that is a fishing rig.
So are
And,
you, when you guys are out there fishing, are you fly fishing in like the ocean, or what are you guys
I
getting
mean,
into?
we fish in the ocean, and I went out a couple of weeks ago, and I was showing Aaron, I caught a shark. Actually, there's the video there. I can see it coming up there. What else was I going to say?
That's so crazy. Look at that.
If
Is that the forescan? Your cylinder balance?
Yeah. So if a bit of history, guys, that when I first got the ute, the engine blew up at 52,000 kilometers.
Oh no.
You guys noticed that's not an iPhone?
It's quite a long story, but once I got back home, and then I found out that you could monitor the injectors with that forescan app. So that's what I do now to make sure the injectors are all good, because that's what failed the first time.
So when you say you had the engine replaced?
Yes, the engine blew up, and then I got a new engine. Yeah,
Was that under warranty or did you have to pay out of pocket?
No, it was actually out of warranty, but they still paid for the new engine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they'll
It's
do that
it's
if
only
it's
done
real
50
close.
I'd only done 52,000 kilometres, and I had full service history, and I'd actually serviced it more than I needed to. So they gave me the money back for the new engine, which was about $15,000.
Oh,
Wow, yeah, that's a
that's
big
the
Yeah,
same
deal.
one I just showed you.
That's nice.
You'll see the shark coming up in a minute.
That's the thing that sucks here is like you can't really, I don't know of any where in the US other than maybe like Hawaii and parts of California where you can just drive your
Jeez,
truck
look at
onto the
that.
beach and go do stuff.
Yeah,
That's-
That's real cool.
That's freaking pretty sweet, dude.
So I
That's-
can drive, and within 10 minutes, I'll be on a beach from here.
Wow.
Man, Australia's looking pretty good to me right now.
That's
yeah. Especially when I look outside.
Right.
holy hell, look at that thing.
Roger, if I come visit you, can you get me on a Barramundi?
That's up the top of this state.
Hey, I'm willing to drive.
We catch sharks down here.
All right, so that's just
There's
a
the
dump.
drain valve for drain the oil out. Yeah.
Man,
Looks like
It's
kind of the
always
same oil
delayed,
pan, huh? Matt?
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought on our transits the drain plug was in the middle though. I don't know. I haven't worked on a
Oh
transit
yeah, I guess
in a
it
few
is, isn't
months.
it? Yeah, it is.
What is that? Oh, you were looking at the bucket?
that's the oil out of the catch can.
Oh, here's your thing at the house or at your shop or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's pretty slick.
That's badass.
Gets it way up there, huh?
Sean's getting ideas now.
No, I don't know, man. My
Little skid
450,
plate.
I'd have to be pretty good to carry that kind of weight.
Look at that exhaust. Oh, no, that's what's up.
Just giving it a wash.
I like
It's like
that.
Matt. He
Heck
does that
yeah.
a lot at work.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I'd be all over that, man.
Any oil leak I have, I always clean them off underneath. I like to do that for peace of mind for my customers and for me so that I don't have some oil dripping down. That's residual oil. They come back and they're like, hey, what the heck, man? You said you fixed this and it's still leaking.
Did you see the shark?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this is definitely some eye-opening cool stuff. I'm liking
Oh, wow.
this.
It's cool that there's not a ton of people there. Like it's not just filled with people.
We were the only ones there, the whole beach.
Yeah. It's like a
Dang.
secret.
My
It's like a secret
God.
spot.
I want to come. Let's go.
I actually have my own YouTube channel. I put all the fishing videos on my YouTube, so you can watch them later.
We'll
So
put
you
a
have
link.
you,
Yeah,
put a
well,
link
you've
up.
got
to it.
you've got a YouTube fishing. That's the same thing that Reelin' with Ryan does, who's here. He's got a YouTube fishing channel as well.
Oh yeah.
How many other of your buddies have power strokes or that same?
So my brother has the same vehicle as mine, but in the Ford version. I've got another mate coming today with the exact same car as mine, the Mazda version.
Okay.
The boss at work's got the Ford version. There's a lot. They're one of the biggest selling vehicles in Australia.
I was
They're
gonna
normally one
say
of
every
number
time
two.
I've like watched car guys down there, especially like Mighty Car Mods, they're always talking about Utes and how big they are, and any other, car channel, anything on Motor Trend where they go down there, even watching videos at Summer Nats, there's always a Ute somewhere. Like somewhere in the vicinity, there's a Ute, and it's usually a Ranger.
They're
Yeah.
the biggest selling vehicle in Australia.
Is it
That's
really?
awesome.
Ute.
That's awesome.
Wow. Well, I wouldn't think the Ranger would be. I would. That's awesome.
So you guys
So
always.
the Rangers that they sell in Australia, are they built there? I would
Yeah.
think
They're
they are
all-
built there. Everything's
They're all
built there.
in Thailand.
Oh, in Thailand.
Wow.
So the Mitsubishi, the Isuzu, which is the Isuzu and Mazda are together now. So there's no more Ford Mazda, it's Isuzu Mazda. And the Toyota Hilux they're all made in Thailand,
Wow.
including the Ford Ranger. Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. It's a different side of the world, really. Just we don't have cars that come from Thailand, and
They're
You'd
probably
be surprised.
Thailand drivers.
well, I mean, they're
I mean,
way
I
closer
know
to-
on the General Motors end, some of their smaller compact SUVs are made in China, which
Are
I
they
know
really?
people that own them. Yeah, and they don't have any problems. The Mach-E that is going to be shipped to the rest of the world, so not
Our
North
Mach-Es?
and- yeah, our Mach-Es, so not the ones that get built in Mexico.
Mhm.
Those are going to stay in North America and South America. The ones that are going to go to Europe, Australia, New Zealand,
Mhm.
and into Africa, those are all going to be coming out of the Ford I'm not even going to try to say the name. That's going to come out of Ford's plant in China.
Oh, really?
There's going to be zero quality difference, so people need to just get it out of their heads that if it's built in China, it's junk. Let's get over that by now. But
I mean, it would probably be pretty damn good if it's built in China.
yeah, I mean, we buy a lot of stuff from there.
What is this? It says JAPAN. Ah, Doc, some of the best things are made in Japan. Ah, Japan. Ah, China. Ah, sometimes they make good
Japan.
stuff.
Japan, they make good stuff there, but China, don't they make the iPhones there?
Oh yeah, phones get made there. Computers get made
Yeah.
there.
What is Samsung?
My mic probably got made there.
Computers and phones are surprisingly consistent.
I mean, if the top brands want to do their stuff there.
Speaking of phones and Super Duties, you know what I really don't like? I think that fast charger that is down.
You really don't
Under-
like that thing. You keep bringing it up.
Yeah, because somebody just said something to me about it the other day. I met one of my subscribers who is local to me. He'd reached out to Rich at Limitless and got the mirror spot. I hooked him up, got the dually light installed, and he was like, "You know what, PTT? I hate that thing."
You
And
talking about the wireless one down there?
yeah, I think it's kind of useless. And the only thing I could use it for was charging my Samsung ear headphones.
Well,
my
dude,
wireless
that's what I've been
headphones.
saying. If you have something smaller, it's probably what it's great
Yeah,
for.
but wouldn't you want to charge your phone there?
I don't know. It's like it's one of those things you use it once, like, oh, that's cool. You don't
Put it
use
in a different spot.
because like
Or
if you're putting
Is it
anything,
really? It's really just not big enough, is it? Is that what I'm?
No,
that's kinda
it's
what
not
I'm
big enough, and it's
gathering.
in an awkward
not, no.
position. I think.
does it fit your big Note phone or no?
I haven't tried the new one yet.
It barely fits my Google Pixel. and I
Really,
don't
it
have
fit the
biggest
other one.
I mean,
It's
I
like,
can fit like a
pretty tight.
standard sized iPhone 10 down in there. So
but I will say this: when you plug
It
your
gets
phone,
hot.
when you plug your phone into the USB-C that is built into the
Hmm.
that same area, I believe that's a fast charge.
Is it?
yeah, I think
it
those
is.
can. Dude, it's kind of crazy what USB-C can do. Like my whole setup right now is running off of one USB-C port.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Wow,
My
it's
Go-
amazing
My
that all that,
GoPros on
all
that right
that
now.
data that you're pumping through that port, Matt.
All the data, all the power, everything. It's pretty
Oh,
nuts.
that's pretty good. All the power
Maybe that's
too.
what we should go to now. We're not gonna. Trucks aren't gonna have connectors. It's just all gonna be USB.
What about
cables everywhere.
that? What about the news that Ford wants to leave Microsoft and go with Google now?
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh no, they announced that their partnership with no, it was with Google. They're
With
going to start
Android.
using Android systems.
So you're thinking like you're talking like let's get rid of Microsoft. What they call it?
Sync.
Yeah,
Sync. Get rid of Sync and get Google.
Ooh, Google update.
Those Google Maps.
Ooh, that would be. Everybody uses Google Maps.
Maybe.
Aren't they already on the new ones?
Who uses Sync
When you
Maps?
use Android Auto?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you gotta
gotta
plug
go
your
through all
phone
that.
to have that active, I guess.
Honestly,
You
it's not
can-
even that good.
You can have all the assistants, whether it's like Google, Siri, Alexa. You can just yell it in your car if it's connected, and it'll just do stuff for you.
You know what I think we should do is take a poll or ask questions. We're asking questions. I'm going to ask a question to everybody listening. is if you guys could think of you too, Roger, not just Super Duties, but in your application, what would be one thing if you could reach out to Ford Motor Company, say the design engineer from every system in the car, you got the interior, you got the engine, you got the drivetrain, you got the paint and body. If you could ask one thing to them or request that they change one thing or implement something into, what would it be?
I gotta
Would
get a
you
pen and paper for this because I got a
w-
really
would
long list.
you want the fast charger to be in a different location? For instance, on my Tahoe here, on the new ones, the fast charger was right in the center console, like right where you put your phone, like right,
Yeah,
boom,
but I
right
hear
in the
that
middle.
one's so skinny that it doesn't work that good. So
Well, I'm just saying the size. I'm like location.
right,
Like
right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
somewhere more accessible like that, or
I mean,
uh,
here's
You know
my
what?
question.
I know what I know what my answer is. Go ahead, Matt. But I think I
If
know what my answer is.
how many people use Bluetooth to, stream music or play music or be hands-free or whatever, but still
yeah.
plug their phone in to charge it?
Right.
So then it's kind of like, do you really need Bluetooth or?
Yeah.
I don't ever charge my phone in the car.
Oh, dude, you have to. Otherwise, the
I,
Bluetooth just kills your
I,
battery.
I think.
Not mine.
No, dude, no.
My Bluetooth on all day.
Yeah. What do you mean? My phone can take a little Bluetooth. I think
Ooh.
I like Bluetooth.
My phone can take a little bit of Bluetooth. I like it.
Do you rather just use the cord? I wouldn't want to use the cord. That'd be
Oh
terrible.
no, I'd do, because here's the thing: if I'm streaming music and I'm gonna go from like Grand Rapids up to Traverse City, my phone's just gonna be bogging data the entire time, and it's
Okay.
just gonna rip down my battery. But my phone's also like 2 or 3 years old now, so.
And an apple.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Guess
you
what?
know
It's got
what?
a Samsung
Matt,
battery.
Matt,
Samsung battery.
I bet Apple's like throttling that phone down so you can get a new Apple. Because mine's
They
like
see you making these TikToks and they're like,
No,
man, we
dude,
got to turn this guy down.
AT&T is out
Mine's
to
like-
get me. I'm telling you, I
They
have had
must be, dude. 'Cause mine.
I have had an iPhone since I was in like 9th grade. So that was the second one. It was the 3G,
Aw.
and I got this crazy
Aw.
unlimited deal, right? Truly unlimited talk, text, and web for $39.95 a month. And those guys are after me. They're like, you need to change your plan. I'm like, no, I'm grandfathered in. Well, we can give you unlimited international calling. I'm like, I don't call anyone international. Good try. Well, we can give you Wi-Fi hotspots. I don't need Wi-Fi hotspots. Good try. I like my $40 a month, truly unlimited. Thank you very much. See you later.
Truly.
Bro.
Truly.
A lot of guys are getting unlimited for like $40-$50 a month today anyway. So.
No.
And you know what? AT&T blows compared to Verizon. Oh,
Agreed.
Nope.
Like as a professional, I wouldn't even have AT&T.
Roger,
I
what
wouldn't
cell
even mess around with that.
what
Oh,
cell
they don't
carriers do they have over there? Do they have Verizon
way
and shit?
different ones.
In Australia, we have Optus, Telstra, and Vodafone, I think is the other one.
I would say
Oh, wow.
Vodafone's like the biggest international one outside of the US.
Oh wow, never heard of those ones.
Well, anyway, before Matt went on and on about his cell phone,
Yeah, now you know how it feels when someone interjects your good conversation. It's like, oh, well, I run full synthetic oil.
I do. I just did my oil change last Friday, and I just did 540, and I switched over to new fuel filters.
Did you run that hot shots yet?
I haven't talked about it yet,
we're
but
You talked about it on the last one.
I know I haven't.
Oh wait, no. Oops. I just let the cat out of the bag.
I haven't
we're
fully
thinking about
opened
making my
it.
truck a test
Dude, I
truck.
gotta watch what I'm saying because I know a lot of stuff that's going on right now.
I'm excited because
I'm
it's something
excited.
I want to use. And
I'm not even talking about hot shots. I'm talking about other things.
yeah, they came through, and we're excited. We're gonna show what they sweeten the deal with. We're ready. I'm
So
excited.
I think we should use my truck as a test truck, being that I put this kind of hours on it. this kind of usage.
Let's just say
we're already at 30% oil life, and I just changed it.
Let's say I'm gonna have to get DS
Aaron's gonna choke you
trucks
through that screen for following the oil filter monitor.
and
Why? I mean, it's making me change it sooner. So,
well, I mean,
my oil monitor is making me change it sooner, not later. So I don't think it's a problem.
we're gonna have to send Roger a care package and we're gonna have to send him a shirt. I'll have to get your address after the show. I'll have to send you out. Some stuff. Oh, look what he's got here. This is what you're running over there. HBR5.
540.
Oh wow, look at that.
Well, I've actually switched to the 1040.
Oh.
Wow, Matt, thanks for bringing up oil. This is what I like to talk about.
6 liter. All right.
What
They're making me 5,
what do
6,
they put
10,
on
20.
what do they put on the cap for the Transit? Is it full synthetic 540?
It comes with the exact same oil as in my Focus, which is full synthetic 5W30.
Okay. I haven't done an oil change on one of those things in probably a year, so I don't.
Does it take 13 quarts still
remember.
or 12 quarts?
It takes
Be like a 10 liters.
My 4-wheel drive takes 10 liters.
Oh, liters. Duh. What am I talking about?
I've got how much is it? 1/4 liter or?
They're very close.
Yeah.
A quart's
I
very
think
close.
it's 3.96 liters to a gallon.
Interesting.
Right. So there's 4 quarts in a gallon. So a liter is like almost a quart. It's like if you had a quart and a liter, they'd be very close. But yeah, if I could change one thing on the Ford vehicles, the one thing that I would change is all the safety regulations with regards to cameras and lights. Like 3 miles an hour.
Oh, speaking of that, Rich has got it coming. I got it.
Does he?
It's coming. I got it. It's coming.
What is this that you're talking about? I need to know.
Rich has just now got, for those of you, I'll have to I'll put a link to Limitless, and then you guys can just contact him because he's got all the cool stuff. I don't have it. For those of you that have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 Illumiduties and have the 360 camera and want to turn their cameras on anytime they want while driving, any speed, and put your turn signal on, left camera comes on, right turn signal, right camera comes on, reach out to him. He's got the module. He's got some, he says the kit comes with some instructions. You'll need 4 scan. You got 2 features you have to turn on. No big deal. I got upcoming 4 scan video. I'm going to show you how to do a bunch of stuff so you guys feel comfortable. You guys won't be nervous. And then you take the center stack out, disconnect some stuff, put all of it back in, and do some 4 scan programming. And now you can turn your cameras on anytime you want. So like DS trucks with them big girl wide body hips, turn signal, plowing, backing up. I want to look at my rearview camera. People towing, turning right.
I like the turn signal idea.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. So he's got a cool kit to upfit those guys who have the 360 cameras. Is just now available. So make sure to check out him so you guys can get hooked. Unfortunately, he calls me. He's like, guess what? What? I got something really cool, but you can't use it on your truck. I'm like, why not? Because you don't have 360 camera. I'm like, and then he proceeds to tell me what I just told you. I'm like, but I know DS has been trying to, or actually has been talking about it, and just coincidentally, Rich had just got a hold of me a couple days ago and was like, yo, dude, Chuck, what just came in? I got them. Like, DS was just talking about this. So, yeah, if you guys want that, that'd be a cool feature. But
we can put it on my truck, do a video. It'd be cool.
That would be sick. 450 camera anytime. Mod.
I'm gonna have a big boy cool truck someday.
Matt, I got one for you. So we did I did the plow
Excuse
hookup
me?
video went live today for the plow install.
The plowing one, the install. Yes, I saw that. I didn't watch it, but I'm gonna watch it after this.
Oh, okay. So I got the plow installed, and the C-rings do not turn on with the plow. Once the module turns everything off, well, the interface in the fender does not carry the LIN wire for the headlights. That goes somewhere else. So that actually controls the C-rings and all that stuff. That feed goes through a different part of the harness, and it doesn't interface with the plow hookup at all. But when the plow module switches over to the plow side, it turns the whole headlight out. So like the C-rings will work until the plow module kicks on, and then it just turns everything off.
Yeah, we couldn't like figure it out because when we looked at the headlight connector, or not the headlight connector, but like that circuit, and it's like the headlight, and then it goes through, and what was the other part on the right?
Wait, so you're saying the C-rings don't work at all, or only when the plow lights are switched on?
As soon as the module takes over, the C-rings turn off.
Well, yeah, they probably wouldn't be on anyways.
They would be though in drive.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying you
Yes.
don't really need them.
Well, I know, but why would the turning the
Well,
plow turn
We
those
just want them to look cool. We definitely don't need them, but they would provide some side light. You could make an argument that you need them. Not if we turn the brightness up, they would add some perimeter lighting for sure. Make it.
Yeah. I feel like I said that they wouldn't work, but I don't remember.
Let me look at something here. Headlamps.
I guess
Headlamps.
it's a matter of figuring out what is, what's hot when you in drive and just going down the road, your C-rings are on. Is it like,
I mean, I guess you could just splice a jumper into it so that they're on.
So connector
right? That's what I'm thinking.
1005. Connector 1005.
But you're gonna have to look at both, see why it does it. And then maybe you'll have to, because it's a Fisher blade.
Side marker
Are they
daytime
Douglas?
running.
Are they Douglas
It's
Dynamics
Douglas.
too?
It's Douglas Dynamics, same as Western, and same as all that.
Yeah, so you'd probably have to see what kind of logic they're running inside that module. But I think
See, that's
all
what
the
we
plows
don't
run-
know.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if the logic that they're running is take everything that's going to the headlights, turn it all off, and then turn it all to the plow. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think it just turns everything off. But what controls your C-rings doesn't even go through that harness for the plow. My
go
guess, we don't know quite
But
yet.
it goes into the headlights, right?
It goes to the headlight, but it doesn't go through the plow interface of the fender.
No,
Yeah,
there's not an
connector-
inline connector for it.
Yeah, connector 1005, and it's right up by the battery on the passenger side, like up in the fender skin. And it only has the low beam and the high beam circuit going through it. That's pin 5
What
and
el-
6. Pin
What
4
else?
is
What other
DRL.
pin?
So I'm
Those
looking
on their own circuit.
Yeah, I'm going from the BCM to the headlamp.
What are the other circuits?
I have a LIN, turn outage, turn, side marker, DRL, yep, high beam and low beam.
Could it be LIN? Because LIN is in our headlight.
LIN,
LIN was our headlight main control wire, wasn't it?
I don't know what LIN is doing. I think it's just a communication between the headlight module, like the little computer communicating to the BCM.
Well, my thing is like, I was thinking it's the ground, but we were saying like, it's got blinkers, like the actual blinkers and hazards still function in the headlight. So it does have, it could be that LIN wire, because remember on the bottom of the pin on the 20s, they have that one extra circuit on the bottom. It's LIN. It's called LIN. And that was controlling
Wait,
like the
what's
high
this?
beams, and it was controlling what color is it? What color is the LIN wire?
Well, I mean, this is a good question
Um,
for anyone that's watching. Of
Yellow
course,
with
this won't
violet.
come out until like what, end of March? This one won't come
Yeah,
out.
well, actually, we need to tell everybody the setup. So he's got a Fisher plow on a 20 F450 Lariat Ultimate. And the problem we're having is when the plow's hooked up, we have no C-rings. And I know my buddy Rich was saying he had a guy contact him. So the dude did strobe lights and they worked flawless like mine. The dude hooked up his plow and noticed his C-rings didn't work and called my boy Rich and was like, hey, I ever said you did a strobe light, da da da. And then stumbled upon, hey, it was when the plow was hooked up, but we didn't find out what his remedy was. And first off, when we got the wiring, DS got the wiring, and those guys were jerking him around, sent him the wrong kit. And it clearly was the wrong kit. It said 17 and 19 on it, but they told us it would work. So maybe they didn't have like the 20s out, but realized the 17 and 19s were. It was the wrong kit. So
It
put
just
this
seems
guy.
like they were getting parts off the shelf.
Yeah. So to make a long story short, blah 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 blah. Literally more than a month and several phone calls, we finally get the right harness. And you see the video just came out today, the 13th of 17th of February, where he had to reinstall the correct wiring. And you can see the interface that we're talking about. So if you take the right hand fender liner out of these F-Series trucks and look immediately right up underneath the fender lip, you'll see a harness that's going to be running, around along the curve of the fender, and you go into the firewall, and there's a little connector that is just right on the inside of that harness that is just on the outside, and you can unplug it. Your plow harness goes into one end, the other plow harness goes into the other end, so now it's in line, and that is what's going to give you access for your headlamps for both the left and the right. So you're
Instead
not
of having two plugs, and it's actually less disassembly because
like we
you
were
wouldn't,
doing
yeah,
originally.
you
So
wouldn't
how
have to
could
take
that have
out
been
the
the right
grill.
harness? Right.
You wouldn't have to take out all the grill and the headlights and all that. You just do the fender. I think that might
Had
actually
we
be easier.
known, I mean, it was a learning experience. We got to show and document how to correctly put a plow wiring out. Well, a 17 through 19 plow wiring.
Well, what's
But
funny is they have that interface through 17 and 19, but for whatever reason, I don't know why you'd go through the headlights like that when you have it. You've had it in the fender liner and the wheel well all this time, so I don't know. Honestly, too, what was weird, they might have. I don't know if it could have been for another vehicle because, like, the relays were not holding the headlights up, like they were overheating, and that's why I finally broke down and did it because, like, the headlights would turn off and the relays were overheated. Like you could tell by looking at them at the relays.
meltdown.
They were melting down. I'm lucky nothing
Did they
else
just
happened.
have like a very poor pin fitment issue, or why were they getting so hot?
I don't know, but they weren't as large as the ones on the kit that I installed. Now they're like half the size,
Oh,
but I don't know. The
Speaking
ones I
of
have now are huge.
speaking of stuff on the front of the truck, I noticed lights. Roger, you had a couple of big size lights on the front of yours. Is that those pretty good brightness for when you're out on the beach at night?
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I've got the two round spotties LED and the light bar as well. So
That wide one, it was
Yeah.
like almost the width of the grill or whatever.
I think it's 28 inch, I think.
Oh yeah.
Light bar.
But they don't.
Yeah.
Those trucks don't come with upfitter switches, do they? Or did you have to add your own switches?
No, normally those lights, they come with a wiring harness with the switch. So you just fit that switch in the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know the transits over here, they actually come with like 4 little aux switches that you'll be able to, be already.
Yeah, no, my car didn't have anything like that.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
the new models do, but mine didn't.
Do you see guys? I mean, I don't know, because you said what the Toyota Tundras are really big over there, and the
well,
Rangers.
it's the
Toyota
Hilux.
Oh,
And
Hilux.
smaller than like a Tacoma.
So do you see guys putting big brush guards or anything on these things?
Oh, absolutely. All the dual cabs, whichever one you pick, you can have what we call a roo bar or a bull bar, underbody protection.
Okay.
It's available for all of the utes, anything you want.
No
There are a lot of
kidding.
guys putting like lift kits and big old tires on their utes, or they just keep them like stock ride height.
Well, mine's got a 2-inch lift and I run 285 70 17s. So I've got a lot bigger tire than it came with.
Well, hey, you know how big our tires get. We run like
Yeah.
over here. We run ridiculous tires.
Well, yeah,
We were
'cause
talking
You can get
we
the
were
Raptor now,
with 37s. Yeah,
right? That's
Damn.
gonna be
that thing is sweet.
okay.
Now, what would
I know
happen if
you. I know you
what-
can. I
what-
know you can, but you can't tell us. Have you guys started pumping those out yet?
We've built a couple. I can say it.
Okay.
They're out there. They're on like TFL.
Are they?
Oh,
on,
wait,
And
so
we've built
are they
we've built
sweet?
Raptor. Oh, I don't know. From where I saw it, where I'm at, it looked cool, but it's hard to really tell because it's naked. It's like not even built.
So
But,
tell Roger. I don't know. Do you know where what other job DS has? Right, Roger.
No, I was going to ask him what does he do when he's not plowing snow.
Okay. So fill him in so he kind of knows like
I work at Ford with the F-150s. I build the F-150s.
Oh wow, they're awesome. I like them.
hell yeah.
Yeah. So Matt's talking about the Raptor. What's really cool is we've built the trimmer. That's gonna be really cool. The trimmer is gonna be just as cool as the Raptor. It's gonna have vents.
Well,
it's
the
gonna have-
Tremor's are F-150, is it?
Well, right now, it's only for the Super Duty, but
Right.
but they're coming. It's been out in a 150 form, but it was kind of a regular. It was a smaller vehicle with a lot more power before. It was like a regular cab, supercharged. I think something like that. But now they're going to do a crew cab trimmer. It's going to be lifted. It's going to have bigger tires. I think 37s or 35s, something like that.
Wow.
But it's going to be pretty cool. I think it's the ones that I saw are going to be both 3.5 EcoBoost, and they said the bigger engine. The guys in the launch, because when those trucks come down, when they came, they were wrapped in camouflage, and there was a whole team of people checking every nut, bolt, screw, everything. They were double checking every torque, marking every bolt, and they were like, "Well, it's going to get jumped and it's going to get like put through some testing." You know, like when you see the guys taking them out to the desert and doing whatever, jumping through the sand dunes.
Yeah.
So
So when
they-
those do they have a separate line for like the test mules, or
No,
those just get thrown on the main line? Like
They go through.
They're on the line.
They go through the line, but they get a team of people that like go through and like they'll watch you put it together, and they'll like sometimes they'll do it
You
if
guys gotta see this.
So Sean,
Look at
and
that.
usually go ahead.
Sean,
Oh yeah.
You got a trimmer ranger. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. How many days a week do you work at the factory? So how do you snowplow after work hours? How does that work?
I work on a weekend at the factory, 4 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
4 days at the factory and
Yep.
oh yeah, that's all right.
Yep.
I work my
so
roster 7 days on, 7 off.
Oh yeah. No, I haven't done that. You know, we haven't rolled that out over here. I've heard of that it's happened before, but we just haven't done that. I've been there for like 8 years, and I've always done the same shift. I do 40. I don't work overtime, and I go home.
Wow.
Okay, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
we do
people-
1 week on, week off. That's it. That's our roster here.
You
Oh,
got
is that what
kind
you
of-
guys do there? Oh, okay.
You got kind of an interesting profession. What do you operate?
It's just an excavator at a gold mine, yeah.
Hell
at a gold
yeah.
That's pretty damn cool at a gold mine.
Wait, so what kind of, you're just running a big old crane, like a cat or something like that?
Hitachi,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Oh,
So
dang,
that's
okay.
that's a big one though that you run, huh?
360 ton.
Dude.
Dang, how big is
So-
how tall is that?
How many, well, you guys use yards is like a unit of measure? or do you go by meters? How big of a, how
Meters.
much does the bucket hold?
About 20 cubic meters,
Jesus.
20 cubic meters.
roughly. Yeah.
That's a
Depends
big
what
old,
size bucket they put on it at
Dang,
the
that's a
top.
big. Yeah, that's a big.
that's a
That's probably
big
like
bucket.
one of the biggest ones, I would think, right?
It's probably mid-size because you can get 800,000 ton excavators in here.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you just
it's
are
a big
you
machine, but
are you like
yeah.
scooping dirt and then it goes to like a processing plant, like a big off-road truck, and then to a processing plant, or?
yeah. So we dig it out of the pit. Goes
Uh-huh.
on a 200-ton dump truck. The
Uh-huh.
dump truck takes it up to the surface, tips it off, and if it's waste, it goes to the waste dump. If it's ore, it gets put in a different spot. And if we tip in high grade or low grade or whatever it is, then the road trains, which have got like 4 trailers, they cart about 190 to 100 ton at a time. The road trains come along, what you would call an 18-wheeler, but with
Yeah.
4 trailers, and then they pick it up and then they take it to the processing mill.
Dude,
So
I
have you
love-
ever
I
seen
love
Gold
that.
Rush? Do you have you ever
The
seen?
show,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Gold
like,
Rush yourself.
that's nothing
Oh,
compared to what we're
years
doing.
ago.
That doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you're doing way bigger than like the
Oh,
Gold
yeah.
Rush show,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
because they don't have excavators that big on Gold Rush.
I mean, I think some of them
No.
might, but they're not doing what Roger's doing.
Unless you're talking about the one guy, that old dude who's got like the floating plant that moves.
Oh, talking about Tony Beats, are ya?
Yeah, Tony B. He's got some big stuff, but it's all old, janky. It's nothing new or nice.
No, that's what I really like about watching videos down in Australia is the road trains. You just got this big old
He
Mack truck
just
with
sent me a
like
picture of that today.
dual steer axles,
Dang.
just like 5 rows of axles behind the truck, and then just trailers
Oh, let's
And
see if
they're
I can
just
find it. Hold on.
bogging in those things. Big old Western
The
Star.
video, I took a couple of videos yesterday. The boys might like to see it.
Oh, I'm gonna like, if it's a big old truck, I'm gonna like it. It doesn't matter what it's doing. It can just be sitting there. I get all
Let's see.
excited. Oh, dude, sometimes when the guys are dropping off cars to the dealership, I'll sit there and get a honk out of them. Dude, we've just been having Mach-E's come in left and right lately.
Really?
My
We got one
golly.
with the battery out.
What, the battery went bad?
They had to like switch pack 5 and 2 or something, and I guess there's something wrong with the cell.
Have you looked underneath those?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy seeing no tunnel.
Did you see what they embossed on the
Yeah.
like the traction?
Yeah,
housing?
that was pretty
Electric ponies live
I took
here.
a picture
think
of
that's hilarious.
I know. Okay,
Did
I'm
you
gonna
drive-
share
did you
this
drive
right
one
here.
yet, Matt?
Dude, I put one in unbridled mode and just let it go.
It's
Those
pretty
things,
sweet.
they giddy up. They giddy up and go.
Check that out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty far out right there.
What?
Isn't that crazy, dude?
That's insane. So it's a 3-axle truck with like, how many trailers is that?
4.
One. Dang. What?
Well,
I've
Sean,
never
did
seen it.
you hear how much he said they're hauling out? They're hauling out like 100 ton at a time.
Yeah, and like, don't they like hijack those things? Like people try
yeah.
taking them?
Oh, not really. No.
No, oh, I thought that's what they did.
Dang, you're going to another level. People taking the trucks, like Fast and Furious, like the first one.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
Speaking of Fast and Furious, how many gears do those transmissions have in that movie? Got like 100
Oh.
speed,
They just keep shifting
just always shifting.
and nitrous.
Nas.
Are kangaroos down there just like super common? Like everywhere
Oh,
you
yeah.
go?
Yeah. Yep. There's lots around here.
Are they
You
like,
just gotta,
like
gotta
the
be
US's
careful.
version of deer?
because they'll punch you. Won't they punch you?
Yeah, yeah, they can do.
That one video, that guy fighting it.
Yeah. This kangaroo's jacked. They need to
Out
lose
of
that.
all the things, he's like, because they're gonna punch you. I love it.
Oh yeah, we're looking
So-
at all. the
Oh
things
yeah,
that
look at this.
Sean
What he
says.
saw today.
What
Look
would
at this
be
thing.
the effect? Oh, That's
That's
pretty
a
cool.
7-3.
right-hand drive 7-3.
Ain't that crazy? Look, it got a little
Yeah, that was on the way home yesterday.
Australian light here on the fender. Look at that.
Hold on.
Look at those wheels.
Dude, they even
If
have the
you-
Ford hubs.
What would you think if you saw that here?
I don't know. I would say
You'd be
like,
like,
Dude, I don't know what I like, what I'm more impressed by.
you know what I'd be like? I ain't trying to be no dog catcher.
you know what? You guys
Really?
over in Australia, it seems like you guys will make the vehicle extremely functional. Like it's
That's
not
pretty well spot on. Yep.
it's not
Wow.
about how it looks or anything. It's about function.
No
Yeah, you gotta
Bluetooth
be
drive
able to-
shafts there.
Yeah.
Snorkels, like we might go underwater with this vehicle.
You don't know. Oh,
Well,
look. Look at this one.
I do drive mine through water, so yeah, I do like to have that on there.
I mean, so like
Jeez
when you go,
Louise.
dude, those actually go on the road. Jeez, man.
Oh, they
Dude,
got.
How do
you
you-
see the thing's
So
got
how do you-
tandem steer axles on it.
Yeah,
So you
no
work with these people because you're loading. You somewhat know who they are or what they do, kind of. How do you? They don't back up. They never back up, huh? They only go straight, huh?
Yeah.
All right, you got to remember that is per liter though.
Yes.
How big is the
Well-
engines that in those? Are they like 14.7 liter engines? Are they like bigger engines?
Wow,
in
look
the
how big
truck.
this truck is.
1, 2.
That's
Well, I mean,
crazy.
it's so much more efficient to do.
It
that.
is more efficient. Like I think the limit here is like 2 trailers.
No, you
a
can.
lead-
There's
a
you'll
lead
see
and a pup.
FedEx. You'll see FedEx or UPS hauling triples
Oh,
or
the-
like United
the
Van
all
Lines,
three.
but they're the smaller. They're not 50.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not the big boy. They're not the big
No, they're
boy.
like they're 40 footers.
They're
Oh, yeah,
like
look at this.
smaller than one of those
You're
trailers.
just out having a good old stir fry.
That looks good.
The area that I work in, the trucks are allowed to be 53 metres long, but where I live in this area, they're going to be about, I think it's about 35 metres long.
Oh my. Got a little 301 going in a bucket.
So,
Oh wow, yeah, that's big, man.
yeah, because when you dig in the clay, the bucket, it builds up with dirt in the bucket, so you get the little one to scratch the dirt out.
Get out of here. That is too funny.
So that guy's job all day is to go around to bigger buckets and just scrape them all day.
No. We only do it. You only do it every now and then. It's not that often.
Oh,
What-
okay. I'm thinking this guy just does this all day. I'm done.
No.
He just
Is that mud
cats-
just?
he cats over to the next
Dude,
guy.
it's clay. It's probably like rock hard.
I was gonna say that clay is everything just brown clay? That's just brown dirt or red clay or what?
As you go down, you got your different levels, and it'll go like sandy, clay, rocky. So it all varies. But that particular clay that's real sticky, it builds up in the bucket. So then
What's
when you
the,
pick up the bucket,
What's the craziest thing you ever found in the ground?
I was just gonna ask that. Like, you ever find any dinosaur bones?
no. Oh, yeah, no, you don't really find anything.
You ever find any gold?
No, never.
One mine I worked at, they did find some in the wall. Yep.
Wow.
Because when we mine it, it's only like 2 grams per ton, so you don't see it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just so, 2 grams of gold in 1 ton of dirt. I mean,
So
Minuscule.
are they running a lot of dozers through there too?
what
Or is
was
it-
that, mate?
Are you
My
guys
own-
running a
oh,
lot?
go ahead.
No, I'm talking, Sean.
Go ahead,
I'm
Matt.
excited. Do you guys run a lot of dozers through there? Or is it just all excavators?
No, so we're at the pit at the moment. We have 1 excavator,
Uh,
two D10 dozers, the grader, water cart. Yep.
that just sounds like so much fun.
does any of the
I-
equipment or like the vehicles there like rust like our climates do? Like when we have like salt and stuff on the roads?
Yes, because the water where we dig, once we get down to the water level, it's 17 times saltier than the ocean.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's saltier than the ocean.
Yeah, like a lot. lot more. So the water cart, for instance, who has to pump the water onto the roads to stop the dust, the water cart rusts out really fast.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the four-wheel drives, the vehicles that we use to for work, they rust out as well because of the salty water that gets sprayed on the road.
Oh wow.
Huh.
Interesting.
So Sean, I've heard in the podcast, you do something with salt. What's all that about?
Oh yeah, we're putting salt on the ground because it's icy, and it melts the ice so people don't slip and fall and slip and slide and crash and things like that. So I got to pick up. You know me, I'm not carrying weight like you.
Hey,
or
show
moving
them the thing you
weight.
put in the back of your truck. It's right behind you.
Oh yeah. I had to take my salt spreader out.
This is what he
because
puts in the back of his pickup truck, Roger, and then he goes and drives around the different parking lots.
This isn't gonna impress you because you move a lot of weight, but this only holds 1 ton. Here, I'll turn the camera around.
Just like 1 scoop for him.
Like less than a scoop, like not even a scoop. Like
Little baby scoop.
1 ton is
Little
like
teaspoon.
this goes in a 250. It holds 1 ton, and we spread salt for our clients, little dentist offices and things like that. Nothing big, but
Damn, look at all that equipment, man. That looks.
So that sprays the salt around.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's got a little auger on the back that.
it's got an auger and a vibrator in there. So the auger pushes the salt over to the spinner. That's actually the spinner right there, and that spins around and just throws it.
Do you have a video of any of this?
Yeah, I've got some videos of some salting.
Well, Roger, the
yeah,
other thing they'll do too is they'll have big, like, let me think liters to gallons here real quick. I don't know, big enough of a tank, just like a water tank that they'd use out on the mine, but something you could fit on like a semi, and they'll fill it with like salt water brine,
liquid,
and they'll spray that on the ground too to keep ice from forming and stuff. Also,
now it depends on the area too, because I've heard some areas in the United States are so cold, particularly maybe more Canada, more Alaska. It's so cold that ice or salt doesn't even work, so they don't salt.
Well,
but
we've been slinging sand by us for the past like week. They're not even throwing salt down.
No kidding, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, my black truck is white
Is there
now.
a shortage? Matt, is there a shortage?
No, they're just doing it because salt hasn't been very effective right now, and they're doing it for traction because most of the roads by us, it's just compacted snow.
Oh,
we've had
yeah,
so
that's
much, and
not
I haven't
good.
been able to get it off quick enough.
Yeah, you're right about that. So I've been doing all right as far as that, because once you get a little bit of thick snow, it takes so much salt to melt it. It's ridiculous. It's not a little salting is just not gonna melt it. It's just gonna eat it up. So
Sean,
go ahead.
how much longer till your snow season's finished? And when it is finished, what do you do then?
When it's over, we do outdoor stuff, mowing lawns. I actually got a lawnmower here because in your area you have similar equipment. Like I think you have Ferris mowers out there and stuff like that. So we cut lawns in the summer and do some outdoor stuff.
Well, do you guys use rotary mowers?
Lawnmower here.
What was that?
I was gonna say I don't know.
I have my own ride-on lawnmower here.
Oh, you have a riding lawnmower there?
Yeah, a ride-on mower for doing my lawn. Yeah.
Is yours is yours a rotary mower or is it a real mower like they use it like a golf course?
It's got a 42-inch deck and it's got the 2 blades underneath.
Yeah, it's not no real mower, Matt. Come on.
Well, no, dude. Depending on some climates, that's just what they use because of if they have bent grass or like
They don't use real mowers only exclusively in Australia.
I didn't know because that's what they use in Germany at my girlfriend's grandpa's house, and then
Look at that heater. What's the temp right now, Roger?
Oh, right now.
It looks nice over there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite cool today. It's at the moment it's 20 degrees Celsius, going for 25 maximum.
Matt, how cold is it here in Celsius?
I will tell you here in a second.
Give it to me.
Are you guys all
Or
close to
better
each
yet,
other?
what was it yesterday?
This morning,
We're in the same state. We're maybe an hour,
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple hours.
Oh, dang. He's 20. That's 70 degrees. God bless it. Yeah, I'll take 20 degrees Celsius.
70 degrees
all
is
right.
kind of
So
cold too.
this
Wow.
morning it was negative 23 Celsius.
Holy shit.
Hold on, Roger. This time 2 years ago, I was in Chicago at the time. It was
Holy shit.
during that week, it was the coldest place on earth. It was negative 53 Celsius then.
Man.
It was terrible.
You said in Chicago?
Yeah, it was negative 64.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's when we had
crazy.
that crazy polar vortex.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. I went out this morning. It was negative.
No,
What'd
but
you say?
right now it's like negative 10 Celsius out right now because I think it's like 14 degrees out. Yeah. So negative 10.
I see Texas got a bit of a hammering too.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
cool.
they're not used to that either.
Wow.
Their infrastructure is not there for that.
All their fuel. I've been hearing nonstop fueling problems with having additives and anti-gels and.
Well, yeah, they probably don't run like a winter blend down there to combat that.
You should do, Roger, is I'd be curious to see what your fuel looks like. Next time, maybe drain your water separator into like a glass container and maybe take a
Oh, yeah.
picture of it and see compared to mine. I can send you a
Yeah,
link
yeah.
to my water and fuel video I did on my truck and how clear it looked, like ethanol almost. And like, what was yours? Does yours look like real neon yellow? Is it blue? Is it red?
Yeah, I think it's more yellowy.
Okay.
It's more yellowy at the moment.
I was just gonna ask, do you have on-road diesel and then off-road diesel?
Well, yeah, you can buy diesel like from the service station.
Uh-huh.
But like where I work at the mine, they get it in bulk. I
Right.
presume it's the same stuff, but they don't pay a tax on
Yeah.
the diesel at
Yeah.
the mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they,
Tax
I'd
free.
assume it's probably a different,
Color or something.
yeah, is it a different color so they can tell?
Like it's dyed different.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, because
Wow.
like here in the States, our on-road diesel is dyed green and then off-road diesel is dyed red. So like if you get pulled over and they're like, we have suspicion that you have off-road diesel in your truck and you have red diesel in your truck, they know you're not paying tax on it, then you get a big old fine for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez, wow.
I'd hate
That's
to have
crazy.
that gas bill, that gas card to fill up that excavator. What's that take? About 900,000 gallons?
I think it uses over 2,000 liters every shift.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh my God, dude.
It's a lot.
Better hope you're pulling a lot of gold out that day.
How much gold are you guys, the plant, like the whole mine? How much gold is it pulling out a day?
Oh, yeah. Look, I couldn't tell you. It's about in Australian dollars, it's $2,300 an ounce. And I think the company might have done 150,000 ounces for the year. Something.
Oh, okay. So it's not like in Gold Rush where there's a big room or a big party and they all weigh the gold and they all touch it and all that.
500.
They all kiss the mason jar of gold. and
Yeah,
everything.
sit around a campfire, passing it
Jesus,
around.
sing kumbaya.
Yeah, we don't have Gramps out there forgetting what he's trying to say.
Jack,
Yeah, they have a gold room where they pour it and all that, but I've never seen it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So is the gold that you guys are pulling out, is that mainly like consumer base for like jewelry or monetary value, or is it like for electronics and stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they send it down to the Perth, what they call, like, I'm a long way from the city.
Uh-huh.
So they send it 600 Ks from where I work down to the city, and there's a mint down there called the Perth Mint in the city of Perth. So what it does after it gets to the Perth Mint, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Kind of a random non-power stroke question. You ever been to Tasmania?
Yes. Yes, I have. It's
Cool.
cold down there.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Not like you guys, but that's cold compared to where I live. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
wow.
like mildly afraid to go to Australia because I just hear like there's some sort of creature weather that can just take you out in a blink of an eye.
Not
Well,
if you
where
stay
I
in,
live-
not if you stay in town. Jeez.
Oh, is it true that every Australian has a bathroom spider? Like you just have a spider in your bathroom? Because I've seen that on the internet and I need to know if it's true.
There's certain spiders that we have here that I've got them in my house now, but they don't hurt you.
Oh, okay.
But you might see those big black ones and that, but they're not
Wait,
really
they just hang out? Like,
Oof.
what are they doing?
hang
there?
out, yeah, literally hang out.
So when you see them, you don't
Oof.
kill them?
No, dude,
You
I
don't
was
go, "Oh,
seeing
get the-
on
oh, go
TikTok
get the
this spider
Dyson.
like
There's-
literally
there's
the
a
size
spider.
of
Go
my
get-
hand, just chilling on their wall, and they're like, "Hey, what's up, Larry?" And the thing just kind of like wiggled at them.
I saw that one doing the rounds.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Wow.
You just got bathroom spiders? Is this something that I need to get on?
That's,
Oh, they-
that's
He's
that's
looking for them.
He's like, I thought I just saw one.
He's like, my pet spider's over there right now.
The spider web's up there, but I can't see it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's interesting. So yeah,
But where I live, if not far from where I live, is where the last few shark attacks were.
Oh wow, really?
So you want to be careful going in the water here.
Dang, yeah, I heard about those.
I guess it'd be pointless to kill those spiders, huh? Like there's another one gonna come out. Like why even mess with
Yeah,
it?
they're just gonna multiply. So you like at that
You
point, you
might-
might as well just leave
You might
one.
cause it. You might
You
be
just
causing it.
burn the
to
house down.
fly.
Yeah, they don't hurt you, mate. So I don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
fire department comes out.
Well,
and
they
they're
don't-
like,
they don't hurt us-
Roger,
they don't
another
hurt us
spider,
e-
huh?
They don't actually hurt us here
Nope.
either, I don't think, but they still scare us.
Not in Michigan, but the ones down south do.
Yeah, dude. But
Like
that's what I'm saying.
spiders and-
Like in Michigan, there's really nothing here that can kill you other than
But
like
we
a drunk
freak
driver.
out. We freak out like, oh, go get that spider. If your old lady sees a spider, she's like, oh yeah, go get that spider, go kill it. Go
And
fuck
then
it
you
up.
always tell her you killed it and you didn't.
Oh, all the
There's
time.
no-
Every time. Yeah, I got it. Where'd it go? I don't know.
I don't know.
Dude, this
We
is
have a
so
few-
offbeat, but at least the stink bugs haven't been as bad as they were recently, like the past couple of years.
Oof.
Oh, we have them.
Oh my God, they
Oof.
were awful.
So these spiders, they don't just like make webs and ruin. Like if we leave our spiders, they'll just make webs.
Dude, these
In your
spiders
house.
that I saw, they could probably make you like a duvet to throw on your
They're
bed.
probably helping out. They're probably,
They're probably
eating.
good for the environment.
Yeah, it's probably good for the home ecosystem. They're eating stuff that's smaller than them, and there's no
Yeah.
webs. They're not leaving webs, right?
Oh, they are. They're not big. Nah, they're small, mate. Yeah.
Well, we'll know
small-
if there's some like
small webs.
crazy super genetic spiders if we see on the news one day.
Don't you guys have
Walter swinging from tree to tree, knocking down kangaroos, mining gold, dressed up as Spider-Man or something. Little
don't you guys
little
have
known.
like giant mosquitoes down there?
Oh, mosquitoes are bad. Yeah.
The mosquitoes are?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like
I'm allergic to mosquitoes.
Yep, Sean's out.
I'm in trouble.
Sean out.
at work.
Well, that'll
last
be
week
good
or
for the
so,
person sitting on the plane next to him because they probably don't want to hear about oil viscosity for a 20-hour flight.
Poor oil guys.
Laugh now, Matt. Laugh now, because you know what? Oil's a good topic.
I know.
If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't be talking about this much oil.
Hey, 540, 1040.
If it was up
30
to you,
gears.
Matt, if it was up to you, we'd still be talking about 1030.
I'm empty. No, we would have moved on. We wouldn't be talking
Boring.
about oil anymore.
Hey, I've converted and I'm full synthetic.
Yeah, so
All right,
are
and
I
so are
feel
some
good.
people's old ladies, you know. Keep
What?
them looking young.
this one here,
Ugh.
can you see that?
Yeah.
540, that's full send. See that, Matt?
That's a Penrite Australian.
Now it's time for you to convert too, Matt.
Is that your guys' popular brand over there?
Yeah, it's really good oil.
Penrite?
Yep.
I'll
You can
never
buy it in the
change.
States, I think.
Is it made in Australia?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
So this one here, this suits the Ford MC 912A, 913A, 913B, 153-G and 153-H.
All
All
of
the
them.
Ford, that's all the Ford ones there. BMWs, Chrysler, Porsche, Opel, Renault. It's Mercedes-Benz approved.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I would guess that would be. What do they cost for one of those? For what that's going to be like 5 quarts for us.
Yeah, so that there, I normally buy them when they come on sale, and so it's that 6 litre, you could get there for around $50-$60.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sometimes cheaper, just depends.
Yeah, I mean that's not really that far off from what it'd be from us.
So if I'm going to do a long trip, which I've done a few, say even if I've only done 2,000 or 3,000 kilometres, before I do a long trip, I'll change all the oil, all the fuel filters, the oil filter before I go. That way, it's good for 10 or 1,000 k's. I don't have to do it till I get back again.
Yeah, right.
With Australia, that's probably a lot of driving. Like everything's probably spread out, I would think.
Yeah, like I could, if I was to go to South Australia, the next state, well, I'd have to drive 2,000 k's just to get there.
Yeah.
So I'd drive like 800, 900,000 kilometres in a day.
Damn.
Yeah. Big,
It's
big
no joke.
country. Isn't
So
most of everything kind of on the perimeter of the country by the water? And like the
everyone lives
inside?
by the water, yeah. Where I live in Western Australia, we're actually the third of the size of Australia, our state. But we've only got about 2 million people. So there's not many people live here.
Well, how many people really are living there in the whole country?
About 24 million.
Wow,
Oh,
that's not
yeah.
that many people. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
compared
like-
to us, holy
Compared
crap.
to here, there's 300 million people.
Jesus.
So
That's
out of the 24 million, there's only about 2 million live in my state, and we're the third of the size of the whole of Australia.
Wow.
wow.
Where does like the Aborigines fit into all that? Are they like in the middle of Australia or?
No, they're everywhere, mate.
Oh, are they? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And the town I live in, I'm 730 kilometres from the nearest city, which is Perth.
So nobody ever drives clear across like deep into Australia, I would think.
They don't drive. Where's Sean?
Like straight through. Like you're not gonna drive like up in there because I don't know if there's even roads. Like, does everything kind of happen around the coast, or is there any like roads that cut across?
Oh, there is roads sort of through the centre, but not everywhere.
Not straight
and
through.
some,
Okay.
yeah, and some they're not sealed. They're like gravel, dirt roads.
Okay.
Dang, so you'd
yeah.
need like a tire kit, a screw kit, a gun kit,
There's just
a first aid kit.
There's a ton of land out there.
You'd have to come prepared. Blankets, flares. I mean, survival kit.
Like, what's in the middle of Australia?
Not much.
Is it desert? Is it kind of
Not much.
I mean, come on, man. Have you
There's
played like
towns, but
Forza?
there's, in the whole scheme of things, there ain't many people live in the centre.
Right.
There is towns, but mate, they're considering the population.
Once you
Dang.
get to the center, the towns probably get less and less, like less and less towns or less and less people the deeper you go.
Dang, we need to get some super duties out there and start trekking.
We're gonna do a survival challenge. We're all gonna fly out there with nothing but a blanket, boots, and Vegemite, and we're probably not gonna make it because I've never had Vegemite, but
You get eaten by a
neither.
yowie.
we'll probably get eaten by something or stung by something. we're there. That's
Yeah,
going to be that.
yeah, no, that won't happen.
I'm hanging out in Sydney. I'm going to Sydney, Australia.
Oh,
We're
the
safe.
city. Oh,
That's
that's
probably,
area.
that's probably where all the
New
yuppies are.
York.
Yeah.
So how cool would it be? Like, let's say hypothetically, I had a Super Duty in Australia. Would that be like the biggest head turner ever? Like seeing, what that's like an
This
exotic
huge
vehicle.
ass 450 just dually rolling down the rope. What the shit is this?
There's a huge
Oh,
dichotomy there.
hold on, boys. Let's
There's
get
a huge
into this.
dichotomy because you guys got like bigger trucks, like bigger semi trucks, bigger
Yeah,
gravel
there's nothing.
trains.
There's nothing that really fills
But
in
we-
that like
we
fills
have-
the gap.
We have big pickup trucks, but you guys have big real trucks.
Yeah, like our pickup trucks, we don't call them trucks. They're called a ute.
You call it a ute.
Ute, yeah. We don't say trucks. A truck
Yeah,
to
it's
us
not a
is
truck to you.
what Aaron was showing you before with the big wheels and
Okay,
the
so
truck.
that's a
what we call
truck, and then a pickup is just gonna be a ute.
is a ute, yeah.
Can you imagine
So
calling
I'll-
your 450
So
a
I'd
ute?
be down there. I'd be down there with my 450. Says, "Hey, look at my truck," and they'd be looking at me like, "That's not a truck. That's
Hey,
not
Sean,
a truck. This guy's crazy." He's
hey, do you know what, Sean? If you were rolling down our street with that snowplow on, you would look bloody silly.
Oh
You
man,
could probably take it out to a farm and use it.
That's probably what I'd have to do because what else would I be able to do with it? I'm like, man, I'm not gonna make no money with this plow. And here in
Oh, man.
Australia, I have to go to the farming, do
Let's
some
look into
grading.
it. Once
You'd
we
be in
all
a really good spot, but you'd have no money.
Right.
yeah. We're gonna once all of us hit the lottery, we're gonna ship our trucks down there. We're gonna go for a drive.
yeah, that'd be
But the F truck 250 would be perfect for touring here because of the distance involved, and you could carry a good payload and
Yeah, get a lot of fuel.
Our utes, like my ute weighs over 3 ton with all the gear on it and the water and all my
Wow.
camping gear. And
Yeah, that's pretty.
it's
Pretty
3,200 kilos.
My truck weighs 9,500 pounds empty. I don't know how many kilos that is, but 9,500.
Divide it by 2.2, and then you'll know. So it'll be like
Yeah, roughly half,
4,500
yeah.
kilo.
Oh, okay.
son of a bean.
That's empty, but the gross vehicle weight rating on mine is
So
14,000.
how much does an F250 weigh? Just standard F250.
Around probably like 3.5 kilo.
No, that's
so-
not too bad.
Depending on
like
gas, if you have gas,
7,500.
depending on if you have gas or diesel.
They really
diesels.
don't weigh as much as people think they do, because everyone's like, yeah, my 10,000 pound F250 single rear wheel pickup weighs 10,000 pounds. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Weighs like 6,000, 7,000 pounds.
Is that
Which
because
is
of aluminium?
which is heavy, which is still heavy.
Well,
Um,
all the weight they saved from the cabs being aluminum, they reinvested into the frames. So like instead of having like a C-channel frame, it's completely boxed from like, the nose to the tail of the frame.
Yeah,
pretty
they're
strong.
only a couple 100 pounds lighter versus in the F-150 form it was like 500 to 600 pounds, in some cases more lighter. But in the Super Duty is like 200 to 300 pounds lighter when they went to aluminum.
Yeah, I should be talking. Sean knows he
So
builds them.
the F250, 350, 450, they all have the 6.7 litre engine. Is that how it works?
And
No,
550
they have a
50.
7.3 liter gas engine, and they might still have the V10 in some options. I think they're phasing that out for the 7.3. And
Gone.
they've got this. Is it gone finally?
Yeah.
They've got the 6.2 liter gas V8, which is probably going to be gone soon.
Once
For
that 5.8 comes out.
Is the diesel motors, they gaining in popularity over there? Because I always thought you guys just use petrol.
right now the gas engines I think are gaining more popularity because we got so many emissions and the diesels are a lot more money. The gas engines kind of have come up a little bit enough to get the job done. They've gotten more power and
they've
everything.
come up like leaps and bounds now.
Yeah. Our gas engines are outperforming the old diesel engines, I think.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they're coming up.
horsepower number, I would say so.
Just like guys like us, we have diesels because it's fun. We just want cool trucks. But if you're thinking about profit and all that kind of stuff, and what's gonna make me the most money for then it's gonna be gas. Unless you're
I
hauling.
think it depends on the application.
Yeah, unless you need the application because you're hauling long distance, then you probably need the diesel because you're putting that kind of miles on. But if you're carting around short distances, the gas is going to be much better without the emissions and without the maintenance and all that.
Yeah, we're the
I
land
don't
of.
have a choice. Mine's a diesel. We don't have a petrol choice.
Yeah,
We're
we're the land of overdoing here, so everyone thinks they need to have a diesel truck.
I don't need the diesel. I do use the max gross vehicle weight rating, but I don't use the max towing of the truck. I could have gotten gas, but I couldn't. The 450 only comes in a diesel in this form, unless it was a cabin chassis.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then your payload would
But
probably would have been
the
higher.
diesel wouldn't the diesel be better for your ploughing with the low down torque and all that stuff? Doesn't matter.
Yes, but you know what? Probably because I can tell you
plow?
how it doesn't really plow any faster. You could plow probably like 15 to 20 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
Probably closer to 15 to be safe. Once you're hitting 20, the snow is like a lot of times it's just too light and it's just blowing everywhere. So, and they don't really, the manufacturers really don't recommend plowing too fast. So like 15 miles an hour is pretty quick, I think. Matt would disagree. He likes to plow a little quicker than me.
What happens there? Do they call you, like if there's a lot of snow overnight, do they call you and say, right, we need you to come out in the morning? You have to clear the snow so the cars can drive?
We set up a deal like before and it all depends on some guys. Like if you're less experienced or whatever, you might have somebody, just call me. But once you've got a couple years under your belt, you would say something like, we'll come out for an inch. If it's less than an inch of snow, or like a half an inch of snow, we'll salt it. Once you hit an inch, we'll plow it, and you'll come up with one price for like the season, and then the price for salting or a price per push or whatever. And it's just all put in a contract deal. And it's usually a mixture of different contracts. So you got some that pay you up for the season and some pay you per push, and then you automatically know what to do. And there's usually, for me at least, there's very little communication between me and the property manager or owner or anything. There's usually nothing really to say. It kind of says that I'm allowed to do what I think is needed, and unless there's some reason for them, there's some kind of issue or something gets broken. And
is the ploughing predominantly so other cars can drive on the road? Is that what you're doing?
So for my setup, it's not set up for roads. It's more set up for parking lots. And then for the roads, you got the big municipal, bigger plows that really do the roads. But it's just for smaller local businesses who want to open up, say a dentist office or doctor's office, whatever. They want to open up for the morning for their clients, so they're not trekking through the snow and potentially slipping, or they want it to look nice for their clients to come in and do whatever they're doing. So it's kind of like, I mean, I guess technically, if you really think about it, they could walk through the snow, but people, there's a whole bunch of like, oh, you slipped here, you slipped over there, and that's because you didn't plow the snow situation. It's like a blame thing. So you want to have a lot of people, like, they want it plowed and salted and all that, so you can't slip. This might sound kind of crazy to you guys in Australia because you guys probably don't do stuff like this, but you don't want to have a situation where somebody else can slip on your property and fall down, which is crazy. Like, you should just be responsible for your own ability to do something, but you want it to be slip-free, hazard-free type of situation. So it's kind of partially the hazard and partially just making it nice, making sure, getting stuff open before they open up is part of the game, I think. And it's kind of where I'm at. I'm not doing nothing real big. I'm not doing any
Yes, all
roads
you
or
need
anything.
now is a coronavirus plow and you'll be sweet.
Coronavirus, what about it?
So you need a coronavirus plow to get that out of the road and you'll be sweet.
Yeah.
The snow is, are you having like a worse year than normal, or is this an average year for snow? Or?
It depends on the situation. Some people, it won't snow and they're having a great year. Some people, if it snows every day, they're having a great year, while others are really upset that it's snowing every day, because it depends on how it's set up. If you've set up all your accounts to pay you up front, then you are going to want it to never snow because everybody already paid you.
Okay.
But if you're going
in the actual season, as in snowing, not so much your contract, but the actual weather, is it snowed more this year than last year, or is it average? Or
it seems average. It's been real slow for a couple years. Like it's been like global warming slow for like a couple years apparently. I don't know, but this year it was slow in the beginning, and the last couple weeks it kind of picked up, and we got hit pretty good. But it's still maybe a little slower than it could be, as long as it stops soon. It's not over yet, so it's one of those things. Weather does what it does.
Power strokes from the wet to the cold, from the North Americas to the Australias. We're covering it all. We're covering.
Me and Reeling with Ryan, we use our trucks like men.
You need to get your contacts in Ford and tell them to make right-hand drive F-250s, please.
Oh, man. We need to get Ford on the podcast, the #1 Powerstroke podcast, and talk trucks and see from the viewers
it's so weird
what they want on these trucks.
It's so weird that I work at Ford and talk about Fords. Like, and then sometimes I'll get a comment. Like, I just got one today. This guy's like, "Hey, you work in Dearborn? I'm on the door line. What F-150 do you think?" Yeah, he's asked me some F-150 question. I can't even answer because I don't know a whole bunch about the new ones because I got a Super Duty now. And it's like, yeah, it's weird. It's weird that you work there and you're talking to people that also work there, because now people who work there are starting to like meet me up in the parking lot like, "Hey man,
I know who you are.
I've been seeing that truck.
I know who you are."
And a lot. And I'm like, there's no way that he just works here. There's no way you can miss that truck. So.
Well, we want to thank Roger for joining us tonight. Thanks so much, buddy, for reaching out. We'll have to get you back on here and talk about the Australias, because I don't know anybody from Australia, and we don't ever talk to anybody from Australia. So now, buddy, you're going to be our Australia mate.
No worries. Thank you, Aaron, Ryan, Matt, Sean.
Yeah, we'll put
nice talking to you.
We'll put a link to your YouTube channel in the description for those of you that want to check out Roger's stuff he's got going on. Big shout out to Bill Brown Ford here in Livonia, Michigan. Make sure to check out our inventory at billbrownford.net. See if you want to pick up a new Super Duty or car, or whatever you want. And if you want to get on the show, make sure to check my email up here at the top or on the bottom here in the video or in the description. And as always, thanks so much for listening and watching. We'll catch you next time. See you.